The children return home.
When the Terran fleet returned, billions of humans lined the spaceports. Families waited with shaking hands and tear-filled eyes. As the hatch opened and the rescued children walked onto Earth's soil again, the world erupted into sobs. Parents collapsed around their children, hugging them as if trying to protect them from the universe itself. Admiral Ward whispered to President Arya, "Do you think anyone will ever dare threaten us again?"
She looked at the stars. "No," she said.
"Not because they fear our weapons, but because they finally understand our wrath." Final message to the galaxy. A memorial was built for Lyra Chen, the child the Empire executed.
On the plaque was written, "Humanity is peaceful
until you take what we love." And for the next 1,000 years, no empire, dominion, or rogue faction ever dared touch a human child again. Because the galaxy had learned one truth. You can provoke a species. You can invade its land. You can even challenge its armies. But if you take its children, you declare war on all of humanity. Humanity had not waged a full-scale war in over 2,000 years. Not since the end of the Sol Concord era, when Earth united its nations, dismantled its nuclear stockpiles, and turned its focus toward the stars. For centuries, humans were explorers, engineers, peacekeepers, never conquerors. But all that changed on a cold, quiet morning over the Pacific Space Ring. It started with a scream. A single emergency channel lighting up with frantic voices. And then, silence. Beginning, the children of Earth vanish. At 4:17 Standard Terran Time, 7 education shuttles, carrying 312 human children on a field trip to the orbital research station Helios 9, vanished from the traffic grid.
No distress call. No debris. No warp signature. Just gone.
Earth froze.
Parents collapsed. Governments scrambled.
The Peace Council initiated a planet-wide lockdown, the first in 2 millennia. At 5:02, the universe delivered the answer. A transmission appeared simultaneously on every major human channel, holoscreens, personal wrist terminals, even abandoned satellites still floating near Jupiter. A hooded alien figure stepped into view. Behind him hung the unmistakable banners of the Galactic Empire, a militant civilization notorious for enslaving entire species. The alien removed his hood. His serpent-like eyes glowed. His mandibles clicked with arrogance. "I speak for the Zavranic High Crown," he hissed. "Your children are now property of the Empire. They will serve as tribute, as your species has grown insolent." He paused. "And if you seek them, we will break your fragile world." The broadcast ended. For 5 seconds, Earth was silent. Then humanity changed. The last mistake the Empire ever made. President Arya Solis, the first president in centuries forced to speak under the shadow of war, stood before the Terran Parliament. "We have been peaceful for 2,000 years, she said, her voice shaking with an anger the world had forgotten existed. "But there comes a moment when peace becomes surrender. When diplomacy becomes weakness. When mercy becomes a weapon used against us." She leaned forward. "They took our children." Across Earth, billions watched as she uttered the 6 words that awakened an ancient, terrifying legacy. "Activate the Ars Protocol. All fleets, prepare for war." The last time the protocol had been used, humankind had barely discovered faster-than-light engines. Now, they possessed weapons the galaxy couldn't even begin to imagine. The awakening of humanity's true power. The Zavranic Empire expected Earth to beg. Instead, they watched something else entirely. Earth's Dark Fleet awakens. Within hours, black armored dreadnoughts rose from planetary oceans. Weapon satellites unfolded from the ice caps of Antarctica. Quantum artillery cannons powered up across Mars. Old War AIS, silenced for millennia, opened their eyes again. Humanity had spent 2,000 peaceful years preparing not for war,
but for the day peace failed. Every Terran colony sent ships.
Every station sent soldiers. Every family sent a message. Bring them back.
The first strike.
When the Galactic Empire fired on a human scout vessel near Beta Serpentis, they expected it to vaporize. Instead, their beam hit something invisible, something no one had seen in operation since the dawn of the Concorde. A shimmering wave of light rippled outward. The human ship didn't take damage. Instead, the Galactic cruiser that fired the shot imploded, crushed by its own reflected energy. The humans had used a mythic technology, the Aegis field, rumored to defy the laws of physics. Fear spread across the Empire. What are the Terrans?
Why do they wield such power? Why did no one warn us? Too late.
Human ships warped into Galactic territories, cutting through outer defenses like paper.
But they didn't kill indiscriminately.
Every message they transmitted carried one demand. Return our children. The rescue of the 312. The Galactic High Crown made their second fatal mistake. Instead of negotiating, they executed one of the captured human children on a live broadcast to demonstrate dominance.
A 10-year-old girl named Lyra Chen. The broadcast lasted 7 seconds.
The Empire fell 27 minutes later.
The storm of retribution. Humanity unleashed everything.
Not planetary destroyers.
Not extinction weapons. No.
They used precision fury, the kind only a species with absolute control over physics could wield. Ships appeared inside enemy hangars via microwormholes. Soldiers blinked into throne rooms through quantum displacement jumps. EMP waves shut down Galactic command structures without harming civilians. Within 27 minutes, the Galactic capital world was surrounded by 400 Terran warships. And then, President Arya broadcast her message to the galaxy.
We are not conquerors. We do not seek war. We seek our children.
Return them, and you will live. The Galactic High Crown surrendered instantly. Admiral Jalen Ward personally led the extraction team into the Imperial genetic vaults, where the remaining 311 children were held. There, standing behind force fields and guarded by terrified Galactic scientists, the children cried out when they saw humans. "Are you here to take us home?" one boy whispered. "Yes," the Admiral answered. "And we will never let anyone take you again." The Empire's shocking secret. As they rescued the children, human officers discovered something chilling. The Galactic Empire had not taken the children for slavery, but for research. Human DNA terrified them. Specifically, one trait the Empire lacked.
Human adaptability.
Humans could survive extreme climates, resist rare diseases, manipulate tools instinctively, and, most dangerously, form alliances stronger than any empire could comprehend. Humans, Galactic scientists wrote in classified memos. Our evolution's apex weapon disguised as a peaceful species. The Empire had kidnapped the children hoping to uncover the secret and use it for themselves. They didn't realize that humanity's greatest weapon wasn't genetic.
It was emotional.
The END. The galaxy learns of final LESSO and the trial of the High Crown. The Galactic leadership expected execution.
Humans did something worse.
They forced the Empire to face every child they had stolen, every family they had shattered.
The High Crown bowed, trembling.
"We misjudged your species," he said softly.
President Arya responded. "No.
You misjudged our love." Humanity did not destroy their civilization. Instead, they dismantled the imperial military, freed every enslaved species, and established a democratic coalition to ensure no empire would ever kidnap children again. The galaxy watched, stunned. Humans had waged the fastest war in recorded history, and ended it not with annihilation, but justice.